Recently I watched an old episode of The White Shadow, which I used to watch all the time, um, especially when I remember watching Ken Howard playing the Coach Reeves, and of course Warren Coolidge was the center, and interesting dynamics. But anyway, set in L.A. Carver High School. Well, anyway, the particular episode that got my attention was Bill Russell, the late great Boston Celtic great, the greatest winner and arguably the greatest basketball player ever. Anyway, he was there to inspire Warren Coolidge's character, Byron Stewart, and he was to tell him about, understanding being your size and everything. And it got me thinking. Bill Russell was taken for granted by so many. He didn't oversell himself like Michael Jordan did, or LeBron James, or Kobe, or Shaq, or anything like that. He was very self confident in himself, very matter of fact, very straightforward, businesslike, and an all time great player. But it wasn't any fanfare or anything of extravagance or ordinary. But the fact is that he could be on a show like The White Shadow, but also in a student tutorial, and to also show a humane side. He always stayed down to earth. He always stayed level, common man calm. He never was exuding this arrogance and this smug like he was too big or too good. And I wanted to take the time thinking about that old episode of Bill Russell on The White Shadow, where it was humbling because so often than not, athletes and people do these shows or do these things and they're trying to grandiose and try to overdo it and over the top. There was nothing like that with him. He was a very humble brother, very humble man, very dignified, and offered an uplift. That's the thing about Bill Russell, I will say. Even just watching the episode, you might think it's cheesy or corny in hindsight, but then think about it. How many great NBA players or athletes or people in a certain persona who've had the accomplishments that man had would do something and to just humble and stay humble in the moment. And that's what he did. You can't even pay most of these cats without their agent saying, well, let's get you to do this or let you to get you to do that. So I wanted to take the time to just kind of like put that in perspective because Bill Russell was one of the real ones. I think he should be considered the greatest basketball player ever beyond just being the greatest winner. And the man won two as a head coach. So he was a multitasker who could do multitasking things. And what he had to deal with them people in Boston and all that negativity and vileness, that man should have a shrine. They should have streets named after him, highways named after him. They should pretty much name a town after him, you know. Because bet your bottom dollar, if you look like Ted Williams, they would have had all kinds of things after him. He did things that even the great Tom Brady didn't do in Boston, the way he won. And that's just a fact. And Larry Bird too, who I hold in high regards. But they didn't have what Bill Russell did. So I'm just saying what he overcome, what he accomplished and what he did. But when you see an episode like this, that's the mark of something that connects. It's like, and people always so quick, oh, that was Bill Russell, but he didn't overdo stuff. He didn't talk crazy and reckless. He wasn't walking around with crowns on his head and forcing TV networks and people to bow down to him and kiss the ring and do all this stuff. He didn't do that. He was a straightforward cat, and you could appreciate that, you know. And that's something that is missed. Modern athletes don't know nothing about humble beginnings and what they had to do because nobody speaks about that. And they try to act like that was ancient and archaic. But I'm here to tell you, it wasn't that long ago with what he endured. People need to be more enlightened. But tell me what you think. Please like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for another. Share the video if you like, and hit that membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, stay free. I'm out. Peace.